Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the female narcissist, mother. The female narcissist mother is the head of the chaos, is the head of the mess, is the head of it all. Oh child. Okay, so I just want to just dive right into it. I'm lucky to not have a narcissistic mother. I am so blessed that I don't have a narcissistic mother. But to the people who do, I'm seriously praying for you. You will be able to get out of that situation. Keep your head up, keep watching these videos and keep a good support system around you. Keep that prayer of God strong. Long story short, one of the narcissists that I was with, his mother, I had the pleasure of living with a narcissist, a 50-year-old narcissist. I had the pleasure of living with a whole bunch of narcissists, okay, when I didn't know nothing about this. I'm going to talk about, I had to write it down, I have to talk about the things that I've witnessed living with a narcissist and her 4 or 5 kids. If you have a narcissistic parent, you know, please write down in the comments below what you've been through, what you're going through, and if you've come out of it. But I'm just going to talk about the things that I have witnessed. She plots against her kids, against her family, against her friends. She's always, I've heard this woman chat crap about her brothers, about their wives, their girlfriends, you know, chatting crap about her kids to me. When the kid's not agreeing with her, listening to her and rebelling, she will talk about her kids like a dog, like just any person in the street. And I'm just like, whoa, that's crazy. Seeing her use gifts to manipulate children. This female narcissist wanted her 13-year-old daughter to clean a 5-bedroom house. So she would come home and she'll give the daughter gifts, and the daughter would enjoy the gifts, like, you know, like donuts, like sweet treats. And then when the daughter would say, you know, my leg's hurting, I need to rest, because the daughter actually did have some health issues. Again, living with a narcissist will get you sick. I will be doing a video on that as well. Then she made her daughter feel guilty for being sick and not being able to clean the house, and said, well, I bought you these sweet treats, you could at least clean my house. I was shocked by this. I was genuinely shocked by the way she was acting. Nobody wants to be around her. And when I, you know, tried to get into it and be like, you know, why don't people come and visit you? You know, why don't people leave their kids around you? Like, I mean, like, you know, her nieces, her nephews, her actual family don't want to be around her. And she's always talking about, oh, it's the baby mother is the crazy one. You know, it's always the same narrative. You know, the baby mum is crazy and that's why I can't see the kids. No, it's not that. It's definitely not that. It's because you're an evil witch. Literally, you're an evil witch, and people don't want to leave their kids with you. That would be irrational. That would be ridiculous to leave your kids with you in their presence to stay over. She claims it's everyone's fault in life, you know. She even said to her kids one time, the curtain was coming down, and her kids said, oh, what? The curtain's broken, Mum. Why don't you get that fixed? She said, that's your dad. Your dad said he was going to fix that. Bearing in mind, the dad's been gone for like 8-9 years at this point. And I even said to them, I said to her and to him, I felt like I was being kind of disrespectful, but I said, look, I understand that men say they're gonna do stuff, but sometimes we just have to get up and do it. It's the same my mum used to say, if you want something done, do it yourself. And I've literally had that in my head. So for me to sit down and hear a woman blame issues in her house on her baby father, who has been gone for 8 years, that's actually ridiculous. And I could not stand for that. I'm sorry, because you're teaching your children, if a man doesn't do it, then it's going to be stuck like that. So she's really sabotaging their mentality from little things like that. She destroys her children and her grandchildren's happiness. Yeah, this female narc. I've seen her destroy birthdays, destroy relationships, and she just destroys her children's outlook on life. She makes it out like the world's so hard and such a horrible place, and we should stick together, aka you should stay under my control where I can use your money and use your efforts and make you clean my house whilst I do nothing. Yeah. She uses her kids as flying monkeys. Like, she doesn't do her dirty bidding herself. Like, you rarely see her doing her own dirty work. If she does, that means she can't. She's tried everything and she's going to try herself, because no one is not going to talk to her. Everyone cuts her off. She turns her children against their father, which I don't believe in, okay? She would say horrible things. Oh, if your father loved you, he'll be here right now. Bearing in mind, the father is trying to run away from her, the female narcissist, and she's using that as the fact that the dad don't love the children. Very evil. This woman crosses her children's boundaries. She crosses anyone who lives with her. She will cross their boundaries. The female narc I was living with, she had a lock in her room, but there was no locks allowed in any other room in the house. Even people who were living underneath her roof, seen people live underneath her roof for a month and go to worse places, cheaper places, you know, go live with boyfriends, girlfriends. Just had to get out that house. She would moan about crumbs on the table. She would moan to a point where the people that live in there didn't even cook there. How do you live in that? You're paying someone to live somewhere and you can't use a pot because she'd be complaining about how she wants to use that pot. You can't do this, you can't do that. You can't save food in the fridge because people will just eat it. There's no space in the freezer. She will just scare your friends away. I've seen her daughter hit the age of 18, and instead of her going to university and, you know, getting out there, making mistakes, getting drunk, wasting money, losing everything, yeah, and learning from that experience, she's now too scared to go out there and feels like if she leaves her mum's gonna stress. There was one thing the mum kept saying. Her mum kept saying, I'm in £4,000 debt with my rent and any day they're going to kick us out. She kept coming with that narrative again and again and again. And I remember one time, me and my ex-narcissist, she wanted to take our money to go on holiday. But then we were like, hold on, didn't you just say you was going to get kicked out 2 weeks ago? So how have you wanted to go on holiday? Go pay your rent, B. Go pay your rent. Responsibilities, priorities, mate. Oh, this is the big one. She gives her kids anxiety and depression. Look, I've seen these kids depressed, in bed for weeks, gain weight, not talk to anyone. It's really, really sad. And I've even come up to the mum and said, look, your daughter is depressed. What are you doing about this? Because you know the kind of person that I am, I'm just like, I could try not to, but I have to get involved. And she's like, oh yeah, she's fine. Like, she was happy that her kid was depressed. That hit a nerve for me because I'm like, this is not normal. Your kid to be in bed, she's 18 years old. The only time she should be in bed is when she's hungover and she feels like she's being sick, or she's sleeping and resting from the night before, or she's, you know, just resting generally. She's in bed, gaining weight, getting upset, looking at people's lives, you know. It's just like, come on. She kicked out her son, one of her sons, and her son was living off Oreos for I think about a year, he said, something ridiculous. And you know, his teeth started falling out, and she was complaining about his teeth, you know. And I was thinking, and he was like, well, if you just fed me, I wouldn't have to eat Oreos. She hasn't taught her kids to cook because she wants them to depend on her. So he can't cook and you've kicked him out. So now what is he doing? How is it meant to, and he's got no money. Just bear that in mind. He's got no money. He's probably got 50p each time, which then, you know, can only afford Oreos. This woman will put out her kids at a young age. Imagine this woman kicked out her kids when they were 13, basically when they were doing GCSEs, at a vital point in their life. She kicked them out on the streets, all three of them. She didn't kick them out to go to grandma's house. She didn't kick them out to go to somebody's house where she knows they're gonna be, because that's different, you know, teaching your teenage kids a lesson and making them, you know, fend for themselves. She actually kicked them out on the streets, and they were sleeping at friends' houses, and it was just a mess. And obviously they didn't pass school. I've actually helped this female narcissist, you know. She had this business she wanted to do, and I, you know, helped her. She was completely clueless, and she said, what questions am I gonna ask my customers? And I was like, what do you want to know? And it got to a point where she was acting stupid that I actually did the work for her. And we had a conversation about her business and all that kind of thing. She went to a bank meeting and she came back that day and she said to me, I'm so glad I had that conversation with you. I said, why? She went, because I would have looked like a fool if I went into that bank meeting without talking to you first. Because all the things that she asked me, that was literally what you said. And I was like, wow. So you basically just mirrored me in a bank meeting and made yourself look good. No wonder that same woman's hoovering me right now. No wonder. If you don't help this woman, you know, with anything, or you don't agree with anything, you know, she will kick you out. You know, she's done some horrible stuff to her female daughters, you know, bullying them, being very colorist, but she's making them just feel so self-conscious, their self-esteem is so low, and it just hurts my heart, you know, because kids are meant to be, you know, meant to be building up their self-esteem, so when they go into this world, when they go out into the world and people say horrible things and do horrible things to them, you know, they can come back to their mum and know that, you know, I'm a kind person, you know, I'm smart, and they can go to their mum and get that, you know, that confidence boost that they need. If you're not getting that confidence boost from your parents, then good luck in this hard world. This is one of the main things. This should have been like at the start, boy. She uses her kids as spies on the, you know, the other parent's life. So, you know, she'll say, oh yeah, go and see your dad. And then when they go and see their dad, she wants to know what girl was there, what they were up to, what they're doing. And she's like, really? Okay. And she's there and she's bitter, and it's just like, sis, like, move on. Move on. Why are we still talking about who he's seeing? That's got nothing to do with you. They just can't let go. I've seen a female narcissist, she can't let go. She acts like she's moved on and she's got all these amazing people after her, but she can't let go. I've seen it. 8+ years and you're still talking about the man who don't want you. She claims that her partner cheated on her, her baby's father cheated on her, and she rubbed Scotch bonnet, as in chilies, on the guy's flannel, so when he's washing his, you know, genitals, it's burning. Evil, you know. This woman, she's spiteful, you know. She done something to me as well. I had a selfie stick and she hid it from me. I put it in my room. She violated my boundaries, went in my room. As in, when I'm in my room, the room that I was living in her house, she went into that room and she took the stick. And then, you know, me and her daughter were looking for it, but at the point I knew deep down inside, I didn't know she's a narcissist, I didn't know anything. All I knew was that I know where I put it, and I know that someone's come and taken it. And I said, you know what, I don't care, I'm not getting upset about it, because it's just a selfie stick. The daughter was going mad, trashing the house. I said, don't worry about it. The mum waited for me to buy a brand new selfie stick and put it back in the same position that we already looked that I put it. She put it back in the same position. She tried to turn me crazy, but she ended up turning her daughter crazy instead. I'm sorry, I'm not going crazy over, you know, over a selfie stick. The daughter's like, no, I looked here 1,000,000 times. Sick. You have better things to do than hide stuff from people. Like, go away. Go do something. This female narcissist was lying about being sick. Lying about being sick, let me tell you. Yeah? Okay. Lying about being sick. Saying she's going to die in order to get a holiday to Jamaica so she can go clubbing. Even her own daughters caught her out saying, hold on, mum, didn't you say this holiday to Jamaica was so you can relax and get massages, but then you're talking about these clubs where you're going to be going raving and stuff. These female narcissists, they have hidden drink and drug problems. I've seen a whole bunch of, you know, alcoholic drinks, strong alcoholic drinks, like white rum, like white Jamaican rum, Ray Nephews, hidden bottles and bottles and bottles hidden in her room. You know, this woman smokes, hidden drug issues, hidden alcohol issues she has. She lies about people wanting her so much, and she's so attractive, and she loves to be single, and she doesn't want anybody. That couldn't be further from the truth. You may have people interested in you, but when they find out how you really are, when they see the devil coming out through your skin, through your pores, in your face, no one's allowed to be better than her. If she was to see a woman in the street, you know, driving a Mercedes-Benz, driving a better car than she has, she would say, oh, I bet a guy bought it for her. You don't know my girl's situation. That could be inheritance, that could be her business taking off, that could be a company car. You don't know how people get their things. Don't assume, and don't be jealous. If you have a narcissistic mother or a narcissistic mother-in-law, I am praying for you. Just know it's not going to get better. You either accept it for what it is or you keep it stepping. For me, I had to keep it stepping. okay? I couldn't tolerate people taking my things, crossing my boundaries, making me go flipping crazy. Like, no, 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 no. And on top of that, making me their personal slave, making me cook, clean. How did it? Huh? Huh? No, 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 no. So, if you can relate to this video, okay, please hit that like button. Please comment and subscribe and let me know what you have seen or what you've been through. I will see you for the next video. Bye.